Hi, everybody. I'm Ellen with Advanced Massage Therapies here in Carrollton, Georgia. And I am continuing my conversation with the fabulous Robin Devine. She is a certified lymphatic therapist. She teaches internationally. She is the author of books. And she is also sponsoring LymphyCON, which is a fabulous conference on lymphatics. I do have links to all of that down below. If you're interested in signing up for LymphyCon, reading one of her books, or learning more about Robin, I do have that all down below in the notes, or if you're watching this on Facebook, in the description. Today, this segment, Robin is going to be breaking down why those aggressive techniques claiming to be lymphatic drainage are really not lymphatic drainage, and that there really is no science behind it. People who are looking for a lymphatic therapist should really be asking a lot of questions, verifying credentials, and vetting out their therapist carefully. So, we're going to get into continuing with our conversation with Robin.
And so, we get given so much information and it is really difficult because if you are that kind of person who's on social media platforms, you're getting given a lot of information by people that you want to trust. So celebrities or, influencers who they went for this lymph drainage thing and it really made all the difference. They went the day after they had this tummy tuck and it was such a painful technique, but they got through it and they really feel like it's made a world of difference. They called it lymph drainage. And this is the difficult piece is that I have colleagues and friends who teach in all the different schools. And we've talked about this on many occasions. We're like, what do we do about the misinformation
Right.
of, working very aggressively? Like lymph drainage, if you look at the science, it is not a deep technique. It can't be. The lymphatic system is extremely delicate. It has very specific directionality, working with the tissue. And if you cause trauma, that's going to cause more inflammation. So that's going to be problematic. It works on the parasympathetic nervous system, which means resting, digesting. So if I'm putting somebody through a lot of pain to do a technique, that's going to slow down their lymphatics. So a lot of us have sort of talked, and we can't find the science to back those very aggressive techniques. And so it causes a kind of a rift. And I don't like rifts. I like to like show me the evidence. Let's see the science. If somebody can show it to me, I would love to see it. But, when we're looking at some of those YouTube videos where somebody is, doing a deep technique through a day-old scar that has bandaging, you can see oozing, and they're doing a deep technique through that scar. Show me the science that says that's A, safe for the scar, that it's not going to cause delayed healing, and that it's beneficial for the client to be in that much more pain. Where's the science to show me that that is ethically safe? And you can't, like, I can't find it. And not only can I not find it, none of my colleagues can find it. I've asked, experts in the field who have, written books, who have created trainings and so on, and they look at me and they're like, I don't know, it's just something that maybe was passed down by a mentor, but they can't find the science. And that's what really is the super frustrating piece because it's just kind of like, it's a buzzword right now. Everybody wants to be a lymph therapist. All patients are calling all the time. How do I find a lymph therapist? You have to go and research and find not the cheapest person on the block, not the person who just happens to have like, some kind of promo on Groupon or Facebook or Instagram, but somebody who's taken training, who has been practicing, who knows what they're doing. And unfortunately, that falls on the consumer, the public, to have to do that research. And it's frustrating, right? So,
I continue to be on my soapbox about to the public. Demand transparency, go
yeah,
verify their credentials, and they need to be certified
yeah,
through a Atlanta approved school because then you know that they did get proper quality education
They got the science. They understand how the system works. They understand contraindications. There's groups of people who are not safe to work on. And as much as the technique is light, gentle, non-invasive, if they have certain underlying conditions, you can cause massive problems. If their heart's not strong enough to handle the return of more fluid back into the circulatory system, you can cause problems. Heaven forbid they have a blood clot or they've had, any kind of issues. You have to know when it's safe and when it's not safe to treat those patients.